Testing. 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 Okay. All right, welcome in, everyone. We're going to do this for about 2 hours, and then we will switch over to Disney Speedstorm. That's a cat I'm hearing. I'm like, what is that noise? Stop standing in the weeds, you little weirdo. Welcome on in, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. We're just doing a little bit of Stardew Valley before we jump into Disney Speedstorm today. Just work our way into the day, pretty much. We only do this a couple times a week. We are going for a year 1 completion, though, so hopefully we can do that. First, I'm going to drop the skull off at the museum, and then I will go see what we can do. Probably going to do some mining. I think we've done all the fishing we need to do for spring. Pretty sure we got all that. Welcome on in, Lucas. I hope you're having a good evening. We do have our own gaming Discord if you want to join that. Thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. We are on our way to affiliate, so every follow does help. Eel. I don't think I have an extra eel, but I know we can get one. Let's see if we get lucky and get an eel, so we can do this quest. Hey, Effortastic, how are you doing tonight? Yep, I'm doing good, just dealing with this weird weather California's going through. Let me tell you, it is 91 in March. I never have to set up an AC unit in March. But here we are, 91 degrees. It's currently 70 degrees outside at, what time is it? Almost 9 p.m. That's what we're going through right now. It's like midsummer weather for some weird reason. Usually we'll get temperatures like this in August, just for, perspective. This is like what we usually get in the middle of August, where it's just constantly warm or hot, and this is not normal for us. Alright, no luck on the. But we will be switching to Disney Speedstorm in probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Yeah, it was crazy last summer. I don't think California got into, like, I know it got into the triple digits. That's kind of normal for California, but it was not like crazy, crazy hot for us. Like a normal summer for us is 101. And that's like on a really hot, weird, like Santa Ana weather phenomenon. We haven't really had super hot temperatures in a while. I remember when we moved into the house we're currently in, like almost 20 years ago, we had a weird spike of up to 115, and that was extremely hot for California. But we haven't had that in like 15 years. For the last like 5 or 6 years, it's been like 101, maybe 103 on a weird like week in the middle of August. So average for us is usually like 95 in the summer. It's hot enough for you to be uncomfortable, but not enough for you to be like overheated. That's usually how it goes out here. Typically our evenings cool off quite a bit, but when we get into the middle of August, when it's just constantly hot, nighttime air temperatures are still really warm. So it's hard to get comfortable in August, but that's the only month it's like that. Then usually it settles down. So this is kind of weird weather for March. This is like August weather for us. March for us should always be in like the or like maybe like low 70s. Maybe mid 70s if it's a warm week, but it should not be like this warm. It's crazy. Yeah, we got March through it. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. I've never been a fan of California weather. I know a lot of people love it. I typically can't stand it. Anything over 85, I'm like dying. Get out of here, you stupid crow. I need those. Luckily, they're harvestable. Thank God. I planted 6 and I got 4 out of that. I know I just need to get a scarecrow. I don't want to build one right now. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. It's Mother Nature doesn't know what she wants to do. She wants summer to be here, and I'm like, go away. We ain't buying those cookies. Thankfully, we have portable air conditioners, so they just hook up to a window. You can like roll them into a closet or roll them into like a spare bedroom or something when you're not using them. So they're pretty easy to set back up if we need one for like a random heat spell. So it's not too bad. And we have a pretty open floor plan in our house, so it's a big area to cool off. One portable AC unit drops the temperature by about 3 degrees. But the way I see it, it's 3 degrees cooler than it would have been. If I could set up two in here, I would, but we don't have the infrastructure to handle that kind of wattage. We have a regular AC unit, but it went on the fritz years ago, and we are not paying that kind of money to have it fixed. So we just use the portable ACs. It makes it comfortable. And it doesn't drive our electric bill through the roof either, which is nice. Because that's another problem with standard AC units. You run them for like 30 minutes, and your electric bill at the end of the month looks like it's gone up by $100 or something. They suck power like crazy. Whereas these portable AC units we run, they only go up maybe like $25 at the end of the month. So, and that's running them all day long. I'd rather deal with that number than an extra $100 or $200 at the end of the month. Okey-dokey. That's one bundle done. I never use this stuff. I could sell it, but I don't need to sell it. So that's all summer and fall. Summer, fall. We should get through spring before I switch over, at least. Unless you're talking about the heat in real life, then yeah. Can we get through spring before we talk about, like, hot temperatures? Oh yeah, I have seasonal allergies, but mine are a little bit more complex than most people's. I have a cross-reactive pollen allergy where it actually cross-reacts to food. So let's go there. I have a ragweed allergy, which means I'm allergic to also food that has a ragweed type protein to it. So for me, that would be bananas and avocados, for example, plus black pepper and white potatoes. So yeah, I hate pollen in general. I'm not a big fan of them either myself. So me finding out I was allergic to bananas, I was like, oh, okay. Even as a kid, I didn't eat a lot of bananas. Like I liked them in maybe some like cornflakes or something, or in a smoothie. But I was generally never a big fan of bananas either. I did like guacamole a lot, so I kind of miss eating that. But even then, I didn't eat a lot of it. So me having the banana and avocado allergy, not a big deal. Now it gets rough when you have a potato and a black pepper allergy because that's in a lot of food. Plus, French fries taste so good. It's not like it's one of those allergies. It's not like I'm completely, absolutely, like, terribly allergic to it, except for bananas and avocados. Um, like black pepper and potatoes. If I accidentally eat it, I'm gonna get a little itchy, but that's about it. So it's not like I'm gonna blow up or anything like that. I don't get that kind of an allergy. Yeah, I miss eating white potatoes. I love French fries and like hash browns and all that stuff. I miss eating that. That's the stuff I miss eating for sure. Then the only excuse me. Then the only other random allergy I have that's added to that is a sesame allergy, which makes things a lot more difficult because sesame is in so many products. But that's the only random allergy I have. I like the Big 13, as they call it, the Big 13. I don't have any of the other Big 13 allergies, just sesame. So if I want like hummus, I can't buy store-bought hummus because it has tahini in it, and tahini is a sesame seed paste. I have to make my own. Let's see, what can we grow? In a few days, probably parsnips. We'll just do a double batch of parsnips. But the benefit is I am not allergic to sweet potatoes. So if I want French fries, I can still eat sweet potato fries as long as they're not coated in potato starch. You know, to give them that crispy exterior, a lot of restaurants coat them in potato starch. So if I want to have French fries, I usually just make myself some sweet potato fries. Is it the same? No. No, it's not. Does it work? Yeah. The things you do when you have an allergy, you just kind of find compromises. It's like people who have like lactose allergies, they have to go to like the vegan stuff. It works. It's not the same, but it works. Didn't know I was as allergic to sesame seeds as I was until I had a huge like histamine blowout where I didn't know what was going on. I started having reactions to everything. Come to find out, I was consuming sesame seeds when I shouldn't have been. It's definitely one of those like later in life allergies. I was never allergic before, but now I am. Let's see. What do we need to do? Oh yeah, we're gonna do the green slime. Oh, that's darn it. I forgot about that. I guess we could go do that. I did save that cauliflower, didn't I? I assume I saved it. It can be, just like anyone else who has an allergy, you just get used to it and it just becomes your normal and you know how to deal with it. It only gets frustrating when everyone wants to eat out because it's like, well, shit, what am I going to eat? Then I have to look at like a restaurant menu and see what can I eat? Can I eat anything at this, restaurant? It's a headache. That's really the only time it gets really, really frustrating is when people want to eat out and it's like, ugh, I don't know what I can do. But other than that, I am a home cook at home. So like, luckily before all these allergies happened, I already had a really good set of skills to do like a lot of stuff at home. Like I know how to make my own bread if I needed to make my own bread. I already know how to cook most anything I want to cook. I know how to deep fry, I know how to saute, I know how to do all those things. So for me, it wasn't a big transition, like for somebody who doesn't have those skills. Wrong house. I should know these houses by now. I've played this game like 5 times. But yeah. Yeah. Luckily I like to cook, so it makes things a little easier. But like everyone else, you do get what they call cooking fatigue, and there are times where you just don't feel like cooking. So that's when it can also be a little frustrating. But luckily, since my histamine reactions have relaxed after I found out about the allergy, I cleaned out my system. I went on like a low histamine diet to flush my system and all that stuff. So after my histamine levels dropped, I was able to eat a lot more foods and I can eat like convenience foods again. So if I want like a frozen burrito or something, I can still have that. I can buy certain like frozen pizzas and eat those. I just have to make sure that they don't use potato starch in their cheese as an anti-caking agent. I found a brand that doesn't use it, so that helps. So I have foods I can eat if I don't feel like cooking. Throwing a pizza in an oven, I don't consider really cooking because you just throw it in and wait. You don't have to prep anything. I don't have to cut vegetables or meat or thaw things out or make a sauce. That to me, that's cooking. Everything else is just making dinner. There's a difference. I actually have some frozen chicken nuggets in the freezer, but I made my own, so they're different. They're not like store bought chicken nuggets. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I don't microwave nothing unless it's like a frozen burrito or something. If it's something I want it to be crispy, like chicken nuggets or a pizza, that shit's going in the oven. Plus, I have an air fryer, so there's that option too. so I don't have to warm up a huge oven to make some chicken nuggets. It is very convenient, especially if you want to make chicken nuggets or something. You don't want to turn on a huge oven and wait like 20 minutes for that thing to preheat just to make like, 10 chicken nuggets. I always hate doing that. Like when I want nuggets, it's like I don't want to turn on the oven. It's huge. It's overkill. I don't think we're getting that deal. Okay. Have fun on your walk. Oh, no eel. It was worth a shot. Mara will take that cog up to the museum. Oh, I better get to sleep. Yeah, here. I probably could grow another set of parsnips before the end of the season. But at the same time, if I want to upgrade my watering can before summer, I probably shouldn't be planting anything else. We'll just finish out this stuff and call it. Yeah. We do want to upgrade some stuff and probably get started on that chicken coop before summer. Yeah, we'll take cauliflower seeds. Let's see, what do we need for a coop? 100 stone and 300 wood. Plus a spot for it. I always build my coop over here. Let's see what we can do that doesn't require energy. I could do that, but I think it would take too much energy. Advancements. I need to build Scarecrow. Yeah, I don't think we can do any of those. So, we could go to the saloon. Those are recipes. I don't want recipes. Let's see. 50 energy. Guess we're eating a piece of bread. At least now we can go do something. Did I need brain? Let's see. I know they're not a specialty. Ocean, lake. We need sturgeon. I guess I don't need bream. Okay. Because I already have it. Alright. Alright, I think that's all we can do for tonight. Base watering can is not fun to use. I think what we'll do is we'll go until the beginning of summer or when we hit our time on this game. So it's either going to be 2 hours or when we hit summer. I still need more um, wood, it looks like. Alright. Same thing with stone. I still need more stone. Stone's easy to get, though. Alrighty. There's really no point in us going to the flower dance tomorrow. We can't really participate, so we'll probably skip that one. See if we can get something and eat it. Well, at least I'm getting stuff I can eat. There we go. There we go. I think that's the last thing we can do. Okay, we can sell these flowers. I don't need to go sell to directly today to Piers. I don't think it's something we need to do today. I think today's the flower dance, if I'm right. Which we're not going to do, so we can't go down to the forest today. Because it'll trigger that, and we'll lose all our time. So what we might end up doing is we might end up mining today. Or at least getting our area ready for when we build that coop. This tree's irritating me anyway. Yep, flower dance was today. But we're not gonna go do that because there's nothing for us to do at that besides talk to everyone. Kind of waste of time for us to just go talk to people and be done with the day. Wait for my return on the dawn of your 3rd year. Maybe we can actually make Grandfather happy. That could be a goal we can go for. I think we have enough of an area cleared out, just about. A couple more trees, and I think we'll be good. Almost. Almost. There's an onion we can eat. And a horseradish. Alrighty, we'll say hi to him. Let's go finish doing our land and then probably can have her go to bed early. I do want to get rid of this spring. And then find maybe a couple rocks to break. That should give us the resources we need. Which, to be honest, this needed to be cleaned up anyway. Alright, one more rock. We'll go ahead and put this stone and wood in our inventory for tomorrow, so it's ready to go. I think we're going to go with the rancher, because I feel like it would be more beneficial money-wise. I mean, tilling's nice, but we do get a better percentage on the ranching items. Here we go. Is that what? Oh. we will be building more than one of these at some point. So you will see that my pen is unusually large for just chickens. But my intention is to have a coop for each of the birds. Is it birds and rabbits? I forget what goes into the coops. I think it's rabbits too. So I think we're going to be building 3 altogether. What's wrong one? We'll have to decide what kind of fencing we want, because fencing does break down over time. Wood works for a while, but then you're constantly replacing it. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's pick this stuff up. That might be enough space. What do I have for ore? Because we definitely need to start smelting some bars. I need like 10 more copper ore, maybe? Alright. I think so. I need 5 bars. Come on, get in the house. Because I think in order to upgrade my watering can, I need 5 copper bars. Okay, that's the last bar we can produce. So we almost had enough for 4. So we need to get at least like 6 more copper ore. Shouldn't be too difficult to get. It's 4. Alright, that's 6. Oh, I need more than 6? Dang it. Alright, we'll have to go back and get more. Oh wait, no, never mind. I forgot I put them over here. If anyone's watching, we are just going to be doing this for another 30 minutes. Then we'll switch over to Disney Speedstorm. So she should be building our coop right now. And she is. Oops. I don't want to do that. Oh, I need moss. We'll have to wait till we can collect moss. I know it's probably not going to be ready by time we get to summer 1, but it'll be fine. Since we have nothing else to do, let's go fishing. I mean, I could go get copper ore, but that does use up a lot of energy. River jelly's really good to have. How much was the new backpack? That's not the store. I'm sure you would like to have a copper bar. Yeah, we'll go and buy it. Tired of the small backpack. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good evening. We're going to be playing this for another 15 minutes or so before we switch. If anyone watching plays Stardew Valley, we're going for Season 1 completion goal. That is our current goal. Hey Blue, how you doing? And hey Jedi. Surviving. It's an oddly hot day today. I mean, it wasn't like uncomfortably hot, but it's hotter than we expected it to get in March. Yeah, just for a couple hours. We're gonna switch over here in about, it's just over 10 minutes. We'll be switching to Speedstorm after this. In this game, progress is going good. We're definitely well on our way to the 1 year completion goal that we are trying to do. Don't know if we'll make it that far, but we're gonna attempt it. So far, we already have a coop on its way to being built, so we already have that part done. We definitely already got all of the fish for spring. It is a very peaceful game. It's a lot of fun to play, especially if you just want a game to relax to. There's quite a bit to do once you get started in the game. The first season of the first year in the game is the longest. Because you don't have enough money to do anything, you don't have enough energy to do anything. By the time you get to like year 2, you basically run out of time to do anything. It's just a very slow startup for this game. And this mine has, I think, like 124s to it. With progressively more difficult enemies. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the look of this game. It reminds me a lot of like the really old Harvest Moon games. I think that's what they were inspired by when they built this game, though. I will drink some water. I mean, one benefit with this game is there's a lot of mods out there if you're playing on PC. My favorite one is where you can pause time while you're in the mines, so you don't lose track of time. A little bit, because it has a mine where you can progressively go further and further down with progressively more difficult enemies and things like that. It's a little bit of a sandboxy game, kind of like Minecraft, but I wouldn't say it's quite identical to Minecraft, but it has Minecraft-like features. Because you have a farm you're working on, and you have skills you can build, there's a mine you can explore, there's caverns that you can explore, there's fishing, there's all kinds of skills you can develop. And then, of course, you have the townies that you get to know, and you can eventually marry them. At least most of them. I won't say you can marry them all, because they're not all marryable, because some of them are married. And they all have their own personalities and backstories. The multiplayer basically is similar to what I'm doing, except you can have up to 4 people playing with you. And they each will get their own cabin on your farm that they get to live in. And one benefit with this game too is if you're playing with a partner and you're doing multiplayer, I do believe you have the ability to marry each other. So that's one benefit for couples. But yeah, basically you can have up to 4, I think it's up to 4 people play on the same map. And you can set up the multiplayer however you want it to. You can have it either be shared money or individual money. So it can either be like a co-op farm where everyone does their own thing, or it can be a farm where you all come together and do the same objective. Yes, Disney Speedstorm does definitely have some news. Yeah, the 6-star, so basically what they're doing is they're getting rid of the racer levels now. So I don't know how I feel about that, first of all. Second of all, they are adding a 6th star, so you can upgrade your characters beyond what we would consider level 50. So you basically be able to upgrade them to what in the current system will be like level 60. But since they're getting rid of levels, it's not going to go by that anymore. Now it's going to go by star fragments. So in our current system, if you were to say a level 11, you would have, I think, like 1 star plus 1 star fragments. It's possible. It's very possible because I know they said that they want the characters to have more meaningful, evolutions for every level up. So they want the impact to be more noticeable. Right now they feel like the impact isn't that noticeable from level to level. Another benefit is they're not going to charge us as much for upgrading characters, but they're also getting rid of upgrade coins, so that's another thing. They're replacing the current upgrade currency with a new one. I'm not sure why. But they did say it's going to cost less to upgrade characters than it currently does. I don't know. I don't know why they're getting rid of upgrade coins, to be honest. I just know that they're changing the currency. You have until April 9th to spend your current upgrade coins. If you don't spend them by April 9th, then they will do like they do at the end of the season. They will transfer into tokens. I assume they mean the blue tokens. They didn't say what tokens. They just said tokens. So they will convert into up to 2,000 tokens maximum. So if you have a ton of upgrade coins, you will only get a maximum of 2,000 tokens for whatever value of upgrade coins you have. But I think they said, I forgot what they said. I think it was like one upgrade coin is equal to like 0.24 tokens or something like that. I don't even know if it's going to be like that specifically, but it could be another microtransaction scheme. It's hard to say. I really don't know, like, if this is their way of trying to, nickel and dime everyone more. Or if they are honest and they feel like this is a better way for people to feel like their characters are getting better with every level up. They were pretty extensive in the patch notes that they released for this update, but there were some vague things that they talked about, and that was one of them. I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be basically they're just changing out one currency for another one, and then they're just getting rid of the whole level system altogether, replacing it with stars. Almost in a sense, simplifying it. So people don't have to chase numbers. Now they're just chasing star fragments. I think it's just apples to oranges. It's kind of the same thing, just a different package. Because they didn't say cruise shards were going anywhere. And you can still supercharge your characters at what will be 5 stars. So even though they're introducing a 6 star, it's not going to change how you supercharge your characters. Now, does that mean every character by April 9th will have the ability to supercharge? They didn't mention. They just said that at 5 stars, characters will be able to supercharge. So I don't know if that means by April 9th, every character is going to be able to be supercharged if they're 5 stars or not. We don't know that. So that'll be interesting to see what's doable and what's not. I don't know if they're still going to slowly introduce superchargeable characters or if everyone's just going to have the ability now by April 9th. Yeah, I kind of agree. It's like they simplified it, but they also didn't simplify it. It might be something that's simpler for somebody who's more of a visual person, and this might be a benefit for people who can't really translate numbers into progress very well. This is more of a pictography way of doing it, so it might help some people who have that kind of mind. Where they're better with symbols than they are with numbers. But everything else seems like it's staying the same. Those are really the only things I remember reading that have changed or will change. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I know right now it seems like it's going to take almost double the amount of shards to upgrade a character completely. Right now it's like what the shards max out at like 120 or something like that, or 110. Now it's going to take 260 racer shards for a complete max out. So that's the only other thing I know that's changing is the amount of shards you'll need for racer shards. But according to them, the amount of upgrade currency, whatever the new currency is going to be, they didn't say, they don't have a name for it yet, I guess. That's going to be significantly lower. So maybe it'll be a benefit, maybe it won't. We won't know until they implement it on April 9th. I can only hope it will be beneficial, but sometimes stuff sounds good on paper and then, they actually implement it and people are not happy with it. So I can only imagine what people right now are saying in the Discords. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are very upset because it's yet another change that they're doing in a short period of time. They're throwing a lot at us kind of within a couple months, and I don't think that's the best idea. Oh, and my watering can's ready. My poor cat can finally drink water again. Yeah, I don't quite know how I feel yet. I've been trying to process all this news. I read the patch notes last night on it. I'm not thrilled with it. I kind of like the number levels because I'm used to that being a video gamer, but I'm okay with them doing the star system as long as it doesn't make things more complicated, as long as it doesn't make things harder to do. I'm okay with it. If this becomes a nickel and dime situation, it's gonna suck. Yeah, the upgrade coins to me made sense. I don't know why they feel like they have to change the currency yet again. I don't know where they're going with that whole idea. Upgrade tokens made sense, but I think Jedi and I were talking about that. To us, we're completely baffled why they feel like they had to change that at all. But, it's progress, I guess. Progress is progress, and they feel like they need to do things, and, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, in my personal opinion, and this is just from a simplified point of view, I don't see why we need upgrade coins when we still have to get racer shards. Yeah, the one before upgrade coins was horrible. I hated that system. I kind of wish that they would just drop the upgrade coin token whatever system completely and just have us go after like racer shards themselves. It's still a currency, so it's kind of like a double currency system we have right now where you need racer shards plus upgrade tokens. It's kind of like we have to get both in order to do anything. It's like, why? Why do we have to get both? Why can't we just pick one currency and stick with it? That's how I feel, though. Like, I think they could easily just drop the currency for upgrades completely and just do racer shards. Yeah, I agree. Why can't they just do shards? I don't know. You already have to collect the racer shards. Why not just stick with that? Worst case scenario, we have to get more shards. I'd be fine with that. It's just, I don't see why we need to upgrade coins or tokens or whatever, plus the racer sharks. Um, but they seem to want both for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But to change the system now, I don't know why they chose to change it now, but that's what they want to do. Like I said, I'll always give something a chance. I'll give them time to figure all this out, but time will tell if this is a system that's going to work and stick, and if people are going to like it. That's the other issue. Are people going to like it? I don't know. They're suggesting to spend them because they are transferring into tokens. So that depends on how badly you like to use your upgrade tokens. Like, if you don't care what happens to your upgrade tokens, you don't have to spend them. They will turn into some other form of token. I assume the blue tokens at a much lower conversion rate. It's like 0.24 per upgrade token. So if you had thousands and thousands of upgrade tokens, you're going to lose out on a huge conversion rate, because after you hit 2,000, you're not getting any more than 2,000. So whatever you had above that, it won't matter. You're only going to get 2,000. That's the maximum payout they're going to give for any denomination of upgrade tokens. So they do recommend spending them, and they do recommend trying to get your racers up to level 30, as many as you can as possible, because of the way that they're converting everything. They're kind of trying to soothe the soreness of this change by giving people an upgrade. I spend my upgrade coins as soon as I get them, most of the time. Right now I think I only have like 1,000 sitting because I don't have any characters that only need 1,000. But I usually spend them within like every couple hours. Alrighty, we're gonna end this game here. Yeah, I got the pass. I'm going to end this game here, and we're going to jump over to Disney Speedstorm for anyone who wants to join. You're more than welcome to give us a follow. We do have a Discord link that you can jump into to get notifications when we go live. Otherwise, you can use just a regular Twitch notification to see when we go live. We will be switching over to Disney Speedstorm, so you can check that category when we go live in a few minutes. But if you want the Discord link, we have that. Alright, we will see you over there on Disney Speedstorm. Thank you for joining.